All right, we're over here in Belgrade subdivision, and this house, actually, this is masonite siding. If it's hardy plank, it would surprise me because it's rotting in spots and falling off.
Quick
Yep.
question.
Yeah.
These windows are new, I told you.
Uh-huh.
3 of them developed, the seal broke. So I can see moisture.
Hey, I call a glass company for that.
Yeah, so they at the manufacturer sent me replacement windows, and it showed how to replace it, there.
Okay.
But can you do that, or you need to call someone else? These are the 3 in the carton.
We probably could, but I think if you call a glass company, you'd be better off because they do it every day.
Okay.
They do like all day, every
Yeah,
day.
but the glass doesn't, the whole window they've sent.
They sent,
Not the frame.
they sent you whole replacement windows.
Right, they're sliding windows, so one panel they've sent, but that includes, it's not just the glass that you get.
It's got the frame and everything.
Correct.
Yeah, we can do that.
I mean,
Yeah.
we can open and see if you can. If you can't, then
We'll worry about it later.
Right.
You got 3 of them?
3 of them. 2 of them are back there, and one's in
So
front.
this is the rough size of them.
Yeah.
So that one is about 3x4, the other's like 3x5 and 3x6 or something like that. So we'll install those as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, if it's just the glass, I'd say a glass. If it's the whole frame and everything, we can do that.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so we got some outside corner trim up there. That one and that one. Side by side. On both outside and the front. Most of the siding on this side of the house is actually in pretty good condition. The outside corner on here as well. Both pieces. Every piece of trim out here that gets replaced, we want it replaced with wood grain PVC. Alright. Everything else over here seems, for the most part, okay. The house has a ton of pieces of siding that need to be replaced, though, and random trim in different spots. And so basically what I'm going to do is just price this at rounding up. You can see there's a lot of siding even right here. I mean, you could easily do that second board underneath of the soffit, and maybe the one underneath that, the one underneath that. This whole section probably, honestly, from the bottom of this window to the top right there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 boards there. Just round up and say 12 at about probably 10 feet each, so that's easy 120 linear feet there. We got that piece right there. That's another 5. These piece right here where it's broken, that's a whole another all the way across, probably another 20. Piece on this corner, that piece up there that's poking out that goes all the way across the top of the window, that's another 20. We probably had 150 already. This little section right here in the bottom, that whole bottom piece there, because that piece right there, or at least that little corner bottom piece, maybe all the way across. If you come up 2 boards, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, at least 12, 13, 14 more boards there at about 5 feet each. So 15, say 15 times 5, another 75. We're easily up at 200 linear feet now. Some pieces over here underneath the window. These pieces here, at least those bottom 2 under the window, these handful of these little ones going up the side here, the piece at the top of the window, and up in here you could easily get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'd say over here in this whole section over here, we could probably get a whole nother. We'd probably be at least 275. These two pieces of outside corner here, all the way up, replace it with PVC. These two pieces outside corner, replace it all the way up with PVC. This is actually wrapped. This middle piece, that's wrapped, and it's just all completely falling apart. I've never seen that before, but it's just rotting. That's actually vinyl wrap that's rotting through for some reason. I think it's got something to do with the water coming out over here blowing on the house all the time, but I don't really know. It doesn't make any sense because it's aluminum, but it's eating through. So at least that piece of wrap needs to come out and be re-wrapped. I've already talked to the homeowner. We're going to make some sort of arrangement where we just round way up on the siding, round way up on how much trim needs to be replaced, and we'll cap it out and say we won't do any more than about, say, 500 linear feet of siding. We won't do any more than however much trim we feel like we need to do as well, and we'll round it up. He'll give us approval to go up to that point, but not over. Like here, this fascia board, you need to tear this gutter down. He doesn't want this gutter anymore. It's all messed up. You need to tear that gutter down, replace all this fascia board. That's probably about 6 feet, 7, 8, another 6. So that's a good 15, 20, 26 there, probably about 40 feet of fascia all the way around, because that gutter is just dumping water behind it. And so 40 feet of fascia replaced with PVC wood grain. I've already told him it would take us a couple weeks to get here, and it would take us a little while to get it done. He understands. He's very reasonable. He's not in a rush. He just wants to get some of this stuff taken care of. That top one, that big window right there, probably the trim around the outside of it. It looks like that bottom piece is probably PVC. I can see it's got that heavy wood grain to it. I think that was already replaced, but all the sides and the top, replace that with PVC. We're not even going to touch the deck for now. I didn't even mention it, but it needs a whole lot of work too. We'll worry about that later. Coming around here, and there's a whole lot here, so I'm not really sure what the price difference would be to just go ahead and remove all of the trim on the outside of the house and do it in PVC and all of the siding and redo it with hardy plank. But that's something he's willing to think about. Like on this side, there's a board right on top of the brick running all the way across. I suspect that that's probably rotten, and so that's probably about 40 feet. But you have to get up there and look at it and see. If it's not rotten, don't worry about it. We'll scrape it and I'll have my painter paint it. But if it's rotten, we'll just go ahead and replace it with PVC. Caulk it up real nice, all that kind of stuff. But the siding over here seems to be okay. The little drip ledge on that window looks like it's rotten, but so maybe replace that trim on top of the window and that drip ledge with PVC. Around here on the front, we got some more. This column here, these two, I guess those are like 2 by 12 something. So, well, it's not 2 by 12, it's like a 1 by 12 that just comes off right here. But this is starting to rot, so this railing will have to be detached. This piece come off all the way around and replace that. This 1 by, looks like maybe a 1 by 6, I guess, all the way up. And then most of the rest of the column doesn't look too bad. I think we'll just caulk it and paint it. But over here, there's definitely a lot going on over here. I think really the best thing to do, this whole window section here, this whole bay window section, I think we just take all of this trim off of the whole bay window and redo it with PVC. So it's 2 of them going to the top. Those boards are a good 20 feeters, maybe more. So all the way up that side. This down here is actually still okay. I'm not worried about this wood at the bottom is still fine, but all of this up here, just all the way up, and here all the way down. And then if you find a couple stray pieces of siding, so I think we're safe probably on siding, saying up to 400 linear feet. I don't think we'll go over that. It would be close, but I don't think we'll go over it. On trim, it's a lot. It's a lot to add up. So I would say we just price it at, I don't know, probably, what is this? Just this right here is what, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 130, 40, 50. It's probably 200. An easy, this is probably an easy 200 linear feet of trim right here just around this bay window, I would guess. So maybe we just work it the same way, say up to 400 linear feet of trim, 400 linear feet of siding. We'll just, you know, price it based on per linear foot and cap it, something like that, and then go from there. But I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. Otherwise, it's just a whole lot of piecing together of stuff. The only one other thing that we probably have to order is we need to get up and take a look at. I can't see from here, but that vent all the way at the top, the round vent, gable end, we need to look at that. If it's rotten, we need to replace it, which that will definitely have to be special ordered. But if unless you got some other idea, but if it's not, if it can just be scraped and painted, we'll do that. Everything else here, I think, is stuff we could fairly easily get a hold of and get it done. So it's something we can get a price and kind of put it on the books, on the schedule for, you know, 2-3 weeks out or something like that. He'd be fine with it. On top of this brick too, we need to just check all of the wood that lays on top of the brick all the way around. I think maybe right here on this corner there might be some, maybe not, but anything we replace as wood, replace it with PVC. So probably 400 linear feet of trim, 400 linear feet of siding is my guess. And he seems pretty reasonable. If we say up to 500 linear feet, but we end up only stopping at like 400, and we charge him for the 4, and just take the rest back. So, all right, that would be the deal.